Hello, I'm Katie Howard, and welcome to my LS566 screencast on Publishers' Bindings Online, 1850 to 1930, The Art of Books. This digital repository is brought to you by the University of Alabama and the University of Wisconsin-Madison after they were awarded a 3-year grant from the Institute of Museum and Library Services. Right now, we are looking at the home screen of Publishers' Bindings Online, which is a very simple and clean design and really easy to navigate menu. To the right, there's a rotating image, which features some of the decorative bookbinding designs that you will find within the repository. And to the right, there's a menu which offers a few different ways to search the collection. One, just your general search, and a couple of browsing options, which you can browse galleries and essays, literary galleries and essays, historical galleries and essays, as well as artistic galleries and essays. There are also some supplemental links to teaching tools and lessons plans, as well as research tools and bibliographic resources. Down below, we have sort of your main menu with some links that you can learn a little bit more about Publishers' Bindings Online. Here it just has a brief overview of the entire project. Up above, we actually have the original grant narrative that was submitted to the Institute of the Institute of Museum and Library Services, which is really great because you can really see how much work they put in and how much planning it took to get this project started. Back here, we also have the PBO project manual, which covers selection, description, file naming structures, all the way down to the metadata, project forms, editorial resources, all this good stuff, which is basically the how-to manual of this entire project. One thing I've noticed through trial and error is that there's not a home page button or a back page button that is clearly visible or obvious to the user. So by trial and error, I've discovered that this toolbar kind of at the top, as you can see as it rotates, it says return to PBO home. So this will take us back to our home page, where we will also explore publicity and outreach. This covers a variety of outreach projects and publicity projects put on by the University of Alabama, as well as the University of Madison. Which includes a ton of academic presentations, poster sessions, other presentations. If we scroll up here, we can see there's a couple of exhibitions that were put on by both schools. And if we scroll up here to the top so we can get back to the home page, I do find this a little frustrating, I guess. I wish there was a back page button. We come back to the home page. We see that there's also a sitemap, news about PBO, which is just was updated as the project was going on, about news and press that PBO was getting, as well as some of the project managers that were involved. There's also a feedback where you can submit feedback through just a simple form, links to both schools, libraries such as UA, University of Wisconsin, as well as a link to the Institute of Museums and Library Services. Now that we've gone over the basics of the homepage, let's get into our actual search of the collection. Here you can see we can search by keyword, and this opens up in a brand new page. We are able to search by any keyword we'd like. Let's try bird, hit search, and here we go. We have about 20 hits of bindings that depict either bird imagery, the word bird, so it also shows us some of our metadata over to the right. So you also can see this opened up in a brand new page, so we'll just go over here, back to our search page. We can browse or search by using the subject term list. This list was developed specifically by the PBO project itself. There was not a thesaurus in place for publishers' book bindings, especially decorative publishers' book bindings. So this list was derived from a variety of different content standards, and here they have everything listed out. So if we click on a subject term, this will take us to a database including the title of the book as well as a JPEG image. And if we click on the actual image, we get all of our good metadata. We also get a couple of different images of the front cover. Some are just zoomed in images so you can get the good detail. I mentioned in my presentation that the digitization standards included scanning the front cover, the back cover, the end pages, and the spine. So here we see all of that. This one clearly didn't have any end pages, so this is what we've got. But it's really cool because you can get in here and really see details and then get all of the good metadata that you need for this particular book. So if we close out of here, let's go back to our search. Again, I do get a little frustrated since there's no back button, so we'll hit back. You can also browse by the PBO galleries, which they have set up, and each include the title of the gallery as well as a thumbnail of a particular book. Heroes of the Lost Cause. Let's check this one out. Here we go. They've developed pretty short essays to coincide with each of the galleries, so you can read up about particular political figures, people of history, that all have to do with the particular gallery that they are related to. So we keep scrolling down. Here we got publishers, bindings, and their designers. This has short biographies on relevant bookbinding designers of the time, as well as certain firms, decorative designers, and you see here their little marks on the book pages. So here we'll go back again, a couple ways. We can also browse by different galleries and essays that they've included with this project. Here we have thumbnails. This includes all of the galleries that you can search. God, these thumbnails are just beautiful. So if we go in here, scroll up, let's check out artistic galleries. Here we've got Art Deco. It's got a short essay to accompany it, a couple of examples, and then if we hit down here, search the PBO database for Art Deco. This will take us to all of the related book images that depict Art Deco motifs on their covers. You can also see that we are currently in the database portion of the PBO website. We have different ways to search. Again, this takes us back to search by the keyword, which we did a little bit earlier. There's a guided search where you can use Boolean terms and really narrow down your search topics. You can save your records. You can look at the history of what you have searched. Of course, help and exit. So let's go back to the home page. And here, you see a couple of you can browse historical galleries and literary galleries. Let's take a look at our teaching tools and lesson plans. And these are just some options and some essays that accompany the PBO database, which are great for teaching tools. So you can come through here, check it out. If we go back to our home page, there's also research tools and bibliographic resources. So here are some resources that were used and created by the PBO project. Publishers binding by decade, publishers across the land, and then you can check out University of Wisconsin-Madison's Scandinavian American Publisher Holdings, and that's a pretty cool collection. So back here to our home page, this pretty much covers it. I really encourage everyone to check out this this website and browse through a couple of the galleries. I'm sure I've picked out a couple of my favorite book covers, so I'm hoping that everyone gets the chance to look through the different themes and the beautiful covers, and that's going to be it for me. If you guys have any questions, let me know. And again, thank you for watching.